Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. This is Amanda, and we are going to continue Vampire the Masquerade Swansong. Emily will be joining us either later in this video or the next video, but rest assured she will be back. But yeah, let's continue on with Caleb. Alright, did it save me talking to her?
Yes.
Yes, it did. Perfect.
I'll be going now.
Makes sense. It has to be temperature controlled.
It's unlocked.
Turn off running, actually. I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to waste my blood, but I also just don't want to miss... I don't know. I'm a little bit torn about, you know, the sense aura and all those abilities, excuse me. Oh, okay, so I can take this again. How many copies of this do I have? That's okay. Arcanum meeting. Hans von Phoebus, Burgermeister of Linz. Best to establish Arcanum. Hector Diedrich, charismatic leader. Some claim he comes from a long line of vampire hunters. Ah, yeah, Hans Gruber was, the guy from... No. It wasn't Hans Gruber, I can't remember his name. Oh, Grunfeld Bach, that's what his name. From Bloodlines. Dr. Seamus Sloan, renowned scientist and author. Julia Spinelli, occultist. Oh, she was Dr. Sloan's companion. Anton Volodine, hunter. Irina Volodina, hunter. Oh, okay, so these two were people that went missing. Amazing that they allowed women at that period in time. Major periods in occult literature. Okay.
If you're not coming to help me, don't bother me.
Okay, that was the guy that we saw earlier. Right before we opened the door. Okay. Recommendations for promotion for consideration by the Pope. Society of
There's nothing
Leopold.
quite like the scent of old paper.
In light of their outstanding achievements in recent operations, we recommend the following members for promotion to higher rank. Marc de Montfaucon, currently Counselor of the Orleans Cenacle, for having foiled in infiltration. Sorry,
Newspaper
my
sure
cat is
have
licking
changed.
my arm. I put on sunscreen because I was going outside earlier. For having tickled. For having foiled an infiltration plot threatening the integrity of the Cenacle and the person of Abbe Michel. Enrique Las Casas, currently tertiary of the Toledo Cenacle, for locating and identifying several creatures. Chiara Favarone, the late Chiara Favarone, ha 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 ha. Currently tertiary of the Milan Cenacle, for her contribution to the scientific advances following the supply of material from Operation Antigen in London. Julia Hawkins, currently the novice of the Dublin Cenacle, for her innovative organizational proposals and impeccable work. Signed in Rome, September 13th, 2014. Ah, good. We've got those willpower coins.
All that for nothing.
I'm sure it's just one. Oh, he's gone. Oh no, he's over there. Sorry.
I'm getting tired.
The Boston Globe. The the oldest building in the downtown area went up in flames. A tragic fire in our fair city destroyed one downtown Boston's, I think you mean one of downtown Boston's oldest building, located on Chauncey Street. Although the fire department arrived quickly, the damage was irreversible. The roof structure, the probable source of the fire, quickly collapsed, leaving no chance to save the building. Despite the complete destruction, only 3 deaths were reported, as there were not many people in the building at the time of the tragedy.
The scent of old paper.
An investigation is underway to determine what led to this horrific incident and who was responsible. In this time of mourning, our thoughts and prayers are with the families and friends of the victims. May those who have left us rest in peace.
I'm getting tired. Ugh.
I wonder if that could have led back to anything we read. I'll need to go review some of the old videos where we were looking at papers from the
All that
Camarilla
for
archives.
nothing.
Are you gonna scan your... Okay. Cool, I scanned the implant. Boston Cynical Treasure Department Preservation Program. Upcoming works to be recovered by Father Joseph Manna's Restoration Program. These works are still available for consultation. Please contact the person in charge for more information. Rossi, Commentary on the Thief of Eternity. Simon, They Feed on Blood and Hope. Pamphlet. Schoolison, The Strangers of the Wood. Sloane, Guardians of the Faith. Troya's Men Without Faith. Actually, I'm gonna go see if I can go through this door first. Okay, save zone. I don't know, am I allowed to drink from anyone? Because... sorry, I'm still peeved. That was really annoying for me, because I was timing it. I was trying to be so careful. Also, something else from the last video is Caleb feeling that pull. That's felt very... odd, because we were talking about how he was feeling with the beckoning earlier on in this game, but that was the first time that he's like really felt it. I don't know. I probably would have preferred it if it had been a recurring theme or just something. Okay, no. Borrow the history of the Society of St. Leopold. I'll bring it back when I'm done. E.g. Ah, okay, so that's E.g., that's one of the people, Ava, I think was her name or something, that has the implant that I know I don't need, because her implant is the X one, and I think I need the square. Recommended reading topics. Sunlight and vampires. This is one of the most common topics concerning the fight against vampires. However, I strongly recommend reading the works of Tetsuhiro Ishii, a medieval author whose prints allow us to better understand his many observations. Although many of his theories were eventually proven wrong, Zuhair Ahmad in his Great Night Hunt provides us with an insightful view of the subject. Moreover, his approximations can only incite us to humility in the face of the unknown. Lycanthropy. Accurately identifying the entirety of their transformation was painstaking due to their close resemblance to their models, whether they were human or wolf. But the intermediary stages were observed quite early, since as early as 1415. Renaissance authors like Hans von Rosenberg formulated very relevant theses about them. More recently, the work of Dr. Carmen Partridge has allowed us to better understand the transformation process and the methods to fight these beasts. The power of our faith. Several publications report surprising observations, burns on the body, panic attacks, obstructed diabolic powers, all inflicted on these creatures by persons of faith. Vampires would seem to be disturbed by the presence of some of our kind, endowed with great powers that may be linked to their faith in the divine. Unfortunately, many of these accounts are riddled with falsehoods, unfounded conjectures, and other notorious errors. This is why the discerning reader will turn to the work of Dr. Seamus Sloane from the early 20th century. It is very well documented and scientifically verified, and teaches us more than any of Marie Simon's writings. This is not to diminish the value of the earlier works, but to put them into context. Very often the theme of faith has been used for propaganda. Alright.
This kindred was starving. How long did they keep him here?
Why was he kept here? I really hope this leads me to, like, another key or something. Okay, there's something in the other room. And it led me right back to here, so what good is this doing? Original binding of the first edition of Divine Wrath by Giovanni Rossi. This type of binding is typical of occult works of the late modern period. The latest copy of this book is available in the consultation room.
The cover of a very old book.
Bay, Sense, Counselor, Tertiary, Novice. Oh, this is a way. Okay. This is a way for me to tell which one I need based on their rank. Engraved by Leopold II von Murnau, himself the brother of ill-fated twins Wayland and Wilhelm, and founder of the Society of St. Leopold. The society, which was authorized by Pope Gregory the Ninth in 1231, was devoted to fighting all supernatural threats to the Catholic Church and to humanity. After his testament, Leopold engraved hierarchy of the society into the stone that was consecrated in conclave. It was damaged during a trip to Avignon in 1355. Okay, so, tertiary... Well, I already know that, the woman I killed is a tertiary. So, that still doesn't tell me what her, implant or her rank is. So, that kind of sucks.
Can't you see that I'm busy?
Chapters of the Arcanum. Zurich. No, the chapter's activity seems to have increased in recent years. Boston, status destroyed. Address, Chauncey, Boston. Oh, that was the fire in the newspaper. The now infamous Boston Arcanum chapter was the subject of retaliation from the creatures we are fighting. The building, some of its staff, and most importantly, most of the knowledge and works that I had collected were lost to the flames. So vampires destroyed the Boston Arcanum. Vienna, one of the oldest chapters, founded by its creator himself. New Delhi, chapter placed under increased surveillance by the Vatican. Las Vegas, no recent activity of note. Vaniver Hall, the origin of all arcana, founded by Benjamin Holmescroft. Right, now what? Oh right, I forgot this door. Lost. Oh, list of books in the conservation room. Wondering. So he had recommended a few books. I wonder if they're part of a code. He seemed to really like this Sloan guy. Ah, okay, yeah. So I put in a book number and he should pull it out. The logbook lists all the books stored in the conservation area. You can request any of them by entering the book's reference code into the device. The book will automatically arrive at the lectern. If a book is still being restored, you may request it. However, the Treasure Department Manager will personally oversee your consultation and will handle the book for you. Oh, so that book outside, we'll have to request that one. Okay. Let me just go back and, okay, now I can run. Oh. Wait. Sorry, it's glowing again from that vampire that I had just looked at. Is it really only just showing me that note? There's no key or anything?
Newspapers sure have changed.
That's nice.
There's
Why did
nothing
I
quite like
No, I'm not gonna get mad. I will just drink from someone else and I'll just let go a lot earlier. Next turn. Okay, this is called Divine Wrath, Giovanni Rossi. I really shouldn't be complaining. Caleb's quests aren't that bad. And I do enjoy them a little bit more than the other two. Okay, Giovanni Rossi. Okay. Divine Wrath 3349. Okay, here we go.
I'm not interested in that.
Wait, didn't it say it was in the consultation room? If a book is being restored. Okay, how do I return the book? Press the red button. Well, that's not in the consultation room, clearly, so... Great Night Hunt. Okay. Didn't it say this was being restored, though? Is it? Oh no, the latest copy. It's just the original binding. So I have to find out what book is being restored. Go to the consultation room. Manager report the request from the book before leaving.
Excuse me,
I warned you, didn't I? Maybe you'll listen to me next time.
Oh, Faith. Wait, isn't that what I was just looking at? Oh, Divine Wrath. Hold on, wait, what was the author's name? I wasn't even looking. I was just so tickled. I didn't even look. By Dr. Oh, it's gotta be something by Dr. Sloan then, because that's just what he was doing. Foundation through the faith, that's one. I don't think that's it, but losing the faith. Hold on. Topic: the power of our faith. Yeah, Seamus Sloan. But also Marie Simon. So let's look and see if there's anything that has faith in the title that's by Seamus Sloan. Okay, so there's what true faith can teach us, but I don't think that would be it. Guardians of the Faith. Men without... okay. It has to be Guardians of the Faith. Let's try 8070.
What? Fine. Very well. I'm coming.
Ah, thus Cain went to Abel.
Excuse me.
My conviction might not be as strong as it used to, but I can still sense your true nature. My stomach is in knots. I'm not wrong, am I?
And you aren't crying out for help.
Should I? We could just have a conversation. Quietly.
Why?
I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. To meet a kindred, face to face. Who knows? Maybe you'll also learn something from the exchange. I am Father Joseph Manna.
I don't know, just based on what I read, about Joseph Manna being a bit more susceptible, I guess I don't think there's any harm in a Caleb introducing himself. He might be able to help us more.
You can call me Caleb.
Galeb? Very well. That's a much better start to our conversation, or an exchange of best practices. I consider myself an interpreter of the great book of your existence, and you are a fascinating subject.
He sees me as the subject of an experiment. What exactly do you want?
What exactly are you looking for?
You intrigue me. From a theological standpoint, you're an enigma.
That's almost certainly for the best.
I'm not so sure of that. Perhaps if we understood you better.
It won't be easy.
It's not that simple. We'll always incite fear in humans. The mere mention of us generates a reaction of disgust.
That could evolve. With time and patience.
Time is one thing we don't have. The Inquisition only stops when all is consumed and reduced to ashes.
Well, maybe we could find another remedy.
You might be exactly what I'm looking for here. We could work together, but you're siding with the barbarians. A scholar like you has no place here.
You're mistaken about us. Our common interest is to understand you.
Then you must be blind.
What makes you say that?
History doesn't speak in his favor. Trying to destroy us. He was the one who said he wanted to change things. I've seen their experiments on our kind. I'm curious because he does have true faith. I'm really curious to see if our powers would even work on him. Education isn't really a power. Well, I mean, it's true, though. History doesn't speak in his favor. There was the First Inquisition. So I'm going to say that.
The First Inquisition targeted heretics. We all know how that played out. In torture and flames.
But that's all so far behind us. We don't have to make the same mistakes.
I'm sure you know better than I do what happened in London and Vienna. And now, Boston.
Unfortunately, the evidence is stacking up. Maybe what we're doing here isn't any different.
It's obvious. Open your eyes.
Admit that we can't just stand by and do nothing. Vampires are a threat. Why should I help you?
I have so much to gain from it. I don't want to do that. It is better than doing nothing. Because I don't think he would gain. I don't think he'd be persuaded by that.
You'd rather stand by and do nothing.
I'm not doing nothing. If my research is convincing, I'll have arguments to defend my point of view.
And if you can prove nothing?
Then it would mean that I was wrong. That wouldn't be an argument in your favor. You must understand my hesitation. If you were in my shoes, would you trust yourself?
Ah, God damn it, I know that. The consequences of not. Oh, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say the consequences of not defending yourself. Okay, cool. I've got 2 more, so yeah. I'm gonna try this. Okay, cool. The fuck?
You're not a sheep. That's obvious. But that doesn't mean you'd help your enemies.
You made your decision when you chose not to call security. There's no reason to hesitate now.
You don't understand the predicament in which I find myself. It seems so simple when you say it. But if evil is among us, it will be difficult to defeat. Like the snake in the Garden of Eden.
So, I'll cut off its head.
You mean to kill Monsignor Stanford? You're mad. That's not the solution.
Why did I even get Walls of the Mind? God, now I wasted my blood and that. I'm so mad. Why did I even get Walls of the Mind? I mean, really. Guess I'm gonna convince him it's the right thing to do. Art. Regardless of his doubts, I need his help. But he says that's not the right solution, so what good would that do? Would you rather I go speak to his colleagues? I'm sorry, I'm really... Because just looking at this presence, the fact that it's 0, and the guard outside was also at 0, and yet he could also defend himself, and then the fact that my success rate was 90%, and it resulted in a failure. I'm gonna do this, and if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna restart from the last save.
Think about it. I could go find your colleagues. Then what would happen? Nothing good will come of trying to hide the truth from me.
That's not a tactic that will encourage me to cooperate.
Hey everyone, Emily's here.
Hi.
So I actually ended up restarting the level because I mean, it was just all like a waste in my opinion. So what I ended up doing, I did not waste all my blood. I did not kill that person because I stopped feeding ahead of time, and I also added a few more points to the rhetoric section as well as education and social. So let's get him back out here.
What?
So we are now on the
Very well. I'm coming.
priest, correct?
Yes. The priest who is sympathetic to our cause.
Ah, thus Cain went to Abel.
Excuse me.
My conviction might not be as strong as it used to, but I can still sense your true nature. My stomach is in knots. I'm not wrong, am I?
And you aren't crying out for help.
Should I? We could just have a conversation. Quietly.
Why?
I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. To meet a kindred face to face. Who knows? Maybe you'll also learn something from the exchange. I am Father Joseph Manna.
You can call me Caleb.
Galeb. Very well. That's a much better start to our conversation. Or an exchange of best practices. I consider myself an interpreter of the great book of your existence. And you are a fascinating subject.
I'm just repeating everything I just did.
What exactly are you looking for?
You intrigue me. From a theological standpoint, you're an enigma.
That's almost certainly for the best.
I'm not so sure of that. Perhaps if we understood you better.
It's not that simple. We'll always incite fear in humans. The mere mention of us generates a reaction of disgust.
That could evolve. With time and patience.
Time is one thing we don't have. The Inquisition only stops when all is consumed and reduced to ashes.
Well, maybe we could find another remedy.
You might be exactly what I'm looking for here. We could work together, but you're siding with the barbarians. A scholar like you has no place here.
You're mistaken about us. Our common interest is to understand you.
Then you must be blind.
What makes you say that?
Because you want to kill us.
The First Inquisition targeted heretics. We all know how that played out. In torture and flames.
But that's all so far behind us. We don't have to make the same mistakes.
I'm sure you know better than I do what happened in London and Vienna. And now, Boston.
Unfortunately, the evidence is stacking up. Maybe what we're doing here isn't any different.
It's obvious. Open your eyes.
Admit that we can't just stand by and do nothing. Vampires are a threat. Why should I help you?
I mean, humans really aren't better.
No, they really aren't. I'm curious about... See, I don't think he'll respond to the blood powers because he has true faith. I've got 2 misses, so... But when I said it's better than doing nothing last time, I lost.
Okay.
So...
Humans are also a threat. You pollute like swarms of locusts, destroying everything on the planet. Like all predators, we have a role to play in the food chain.
I must admit that what you're saying isn't entirely crazy. You could well have your part to play in God's creation. You must understand my hesitation. If you were in my shoes, would you trust yourself?
God damn it, I forgot about psychology. It's okay. Oh, I already used the coin, didn't I? That's okay. I've got 2 more misses, so...
You're not a sheep. That's obvious. But that doesn't mean you'd help your enemies.
You made your decision when you chose not to call security. There's no reason to hesitate now.
You don't understand the predicament in which I find myself. It seems so simple when you say it. But if evil is among us, it will be difficult to defeat, like the snake in the Garden of Eden.
So, I'll cut off its head.
You mean to kill Monsignor Stanford? You're mad. That's not the solution.
My question is, how did he jump to that conclusion?
Well, cutting off the head of the snake.
Yeah.
That's pretty clear.
So last time I said, would he rather I go speak to his colleagues?
Did you win or lose?
I lost.
Okay. I don't like that. I think either convince... I mean, yeah.
I might as well try. I've got enough blood left over. I might as well try.
Yeah.
Oh, cool!
Stanford is far from innocent. He defiles your beliefs.
It's true that we are often in disagreement.
Then it's time to take action.
You're right. I've been blinded for far too long. I don't know where Stanford is, but you can locate Chiara Favarone in the clinic. She's the only person who has access to that on the main computer.
Very well, then.
But please, no unnecessary violence. Leave, now, before someone finds us together.
Not so fast.
I'm gonna spare him.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
He doesn't know
I'm
where he
counting on
is,
your
but and told you
discretion.
you already have the
And
implant.
I am counting on yours.
He won't betray me. And who knows? Maybe I'll run into him again.
Unnecessary violence. I already killed her, man. I think I am gonna go ahead and still take a look at Ella's section. I know I don't need her implant. Awesome, great. So we already know we have the implant we need. So let's go and take a look at Ella, just so I can be thorough.
Yeah. You could kill her. Convert her to your
could.
side like you did with the priest.
Yeah, I did like that interaction.
Yeah.
When you're done with that, get started on cleaning the last tank.
Very well.
I'm not gonna sense aura yet. I'm gonna wait.
What? What do you want? My time is precious, and I've got a boss breathing down my neck.
Great. Can't focus.
So if you have no business here, either leave, or I'll call your friends to drag you out of here.
I'm doing an inspection.
Oh, should I call you Inspector, then? There's nothing to investigate here. We're working, something you might not be familiar with. Now, get out of my way.
Oh, calm down.
We're all on the same team here. We're not going to get anywhere by tripping each other up.
You're right. I get carried away. Sorry. I'm really under pressure right now.
Because of malfunctions?
Mm-hmm.
The problem with the tanks?
You know about that? Yeah, that, and everything else. There aren't enough of us to keep it all running and keep up the pace. Well, I'll be getting back to work now.
Your shoulder. Are you hurt?
What? Oh, that. No. It's blood, but it's not mine. When you spend your days dissolving bodies, you're bound to get splashed.
I'll be on my way now.
All right.
Charming.
All right, John George Haig.
Yep, and there we have one, right there.
Let's see how many people got that reference.
Gallagher's not gonna like this.
We'll give it like 10 seconds and then I'll say it out loud.
Chlorine solution.
It's the acid bath murderer.
Yes, in case anybody wants to know.
Although accidents are very rare, they are always fatal. That is why I cannot insist strongly enough on the importance of maintaining your flamethrowers. Why are you having flamethrowers in a place with lots of chemicals? I know you're all experienced and professional operatives, and I do not mean to talk down to you in any way, but all it takes is one moment of inattention, so it's important to repeat it. The equipment we use is very expensive and very sensitive. A clock and also can have dramatic consequences on the ground. Also, I've noticed that our new recruits are not trained on our protocols. I would appreciate if you could resolve this issue very quickly.
Alright, so Elle is a much nicer boss.
Yeah, so is the, priest, from what I can understand. Well, I don't know if he's nicer, he just kind of does his thing.
Gallagher's not gonna like this.
I don't know, but after Bloodlines, I love flamethrowers. And I sincerely wish I got to use one better.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
She has a red implant that could help me find Stanford.
Rather effective.
No, we already know that we have the one that could help you find Stanford.
I know we do, but
Amazing weapon. No, no.
Kill her anyway.
No way.
I'm just curious what we're doing. What does this say?
Pyrolysis?
To prevent any blank bodies from escaping the test area, certain safety measures must be followed. The door automatically closes at the beginning of an experiment and remains sealed until the operator inside the area scans his implant or pyrolysis is initiated. Pyrolysis is an intense cleaning process. It burns everything inside the room except for the contents of the protection cell. The process can be initiated from this panel. Make sure there are no humans in the test area. So we can
not-
absolutely kill her.
We told the priest. We gave
Well,
our
he
word
just-
to a priest. We didn't really give our word. So you can be a
He said,
psychomaniac
please, no
if you really want
unnecessary
to.
violence. I'm not really interested, but this is probably just a thing for us. That's another option if we didn't get the key from these cold storage, which is what I have. From Abbe Stanford of the Boston Cynical to Monsignor Juan Martinez in Rome, Your Holiness encloses a report on the progress of the members of my Cynical. Regarding Emmett Olson, his debut in the Society is now behind him. He is now showing more confidence. Given his loyalty and extreme dedication, I took the liberty of making him my personal assistant. I must admit that this alleviates some of my heavy workload. I recommend he continue to his novitiate. Regarding Elle Gallagher, it would be wrong to keep her at her current rank for much longer when she has so much to offer. I know that she is still young and that some of our brothers consider her unstable and insufficiently pious. I find her doggedness in trying to find out what will allow us to strike at our enemies even more effectively in the future to be an essential asset that we must nurture. So this is making me think we need to kill her. Nevertheless, as it is, I am inclined to postpone her promotion for a few months at most to teach her humility, a virtue she is sometimes in lacking. Regarding Joseph Manna, as usual, Joseph seems blameless. He knows the treasure department and the knowledge it contains inside and out. However, he seems determined to learn everything about the creatures we are fighting, even the most troubling studies. I recommend that the Office of the Censor intervene to verify the orthodoxy of his research. If my doubts are proven to be unfounded, I will immediately recommend Joseph for promotion. What can I say about Kiara that I have not already said? I don't think I've ever been prouder of a disciple than I am of Kiara. The only regret I have about her is that she is not my own daughter. And if you'll forgive me in this almost blasphemous remark, you will understand its significance. She is everything that a member of the Society of St. Leopold should be: pious, serious, efficient. Her research is invaluable and she takes it very seriously. You already know my recommendations concerning her, as well as those of my colleagues who were able to work with her during previous operations.
Well, good thing we killed her.
Yeah, but she's gone. My dear sister, we promised to help each other during our novitiate, and I have not forgotten my promise. I borrowed a report from Monsignor Stanford that he is writing about us for the Vatican. It's on my desk, but make sure you get it back to me quickly. It needs to go out soon. Lockpicking tool. Cool.
This looks like a weapon that has been taken apart. Most likely a prototype.
Okay. Well, I guess that's all that we could do, you know?
Experiment in progress.
Yeah. Burn her.
Pyrolysis is required before opening.
Do you wanna?
You're the one with the controls. There's no other way to get through.
Well, we have Kiara's, so it's fine.
Well, we haven't met Elle, though.
No, we haven't. But the only way to open the thing, my guess is that we would just burn her body and then
So that was Elle.
That was Elle. Yes.
Well, let's kill her.
You want to kill her?
Yep, just kill her.
I don't understand.
You can always say it's an accident.
Accidents happen. Wait, which one do we push first? The safety box container? Or this one? Let's
Nothing.
push all the buttons.
It appears the power is out.
Pyrolysis protocol.
What?
We are evil!
Pyrolysis complete.
That's actually horrible.
Doesn't look damaged.
That's all he thought about. Doesn't look damaged.
Don't sense it, please. There's nothing I need to sense.
A book about the Society of St. Leopold.
That was the easiest one to get, though.
Burned to a crisp. I won't get anything out of it, unfortunately.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That must have been the safety box thing.
Yeah, that said nothing happened.
Well.
Oh well. We did what we did.
Yep. Moving on.
Yep. Oh, that's the office. Get out. Go. Okay, now we can go finally figure out where Stanford is. What's this? Stop sensing the aura and just examine it. Just examine it. Whatever.
So you need the GPS. How do we find him with the GPS and the sensor? And the implant,
it should
rather.
tell us where he is.
Oh, right. In the first room.
Okay. Kiara's the only one that I have, so that's the only one. Okay, here we go.
Very well. Let's see what I have access to now. Wonderful. I can access the database. Stanford. Based on the GPS data, he's not far off. But below me, there's something flashing here. What did I unlock? A draft by Chiara Faverone.
Senior, I am very honored by your offer to take over from you, but I am afraid I must decline. Our strategy is flawed. I've already told you that, and I wouldn't want to do any dishonor to your legacy here. Chiara Faverone. End of dictation.
Interesting. But I'm here for Stanford. It's now or never.
There he is! Take him downstairs.
Oh, right where we need to be. Caleb's belongings lost.
Today is September 6th, 2019. This is confession number 6, conducted by Father Walter Stanford, and being assisted by Agents Hawthorne and Beck from SAD. The blank body was apprehended in our laboratory. I imagine you used one of your little magic tricks on the guards at the entrance to get inside. I don't recommend that you attempt that with me.
I must endure this.
Very well. Let's get down to the heart of the matter. Begin by identifying yourself.
Crap. This is gonna be hard.
Something's off, something's off.
No, tell him the... Okay.
He knows more than he's letting on. I must be careful.
Tell the truth?
Tell the truth.
I was
Give him a little bit, but don't give him
born in
everything.
1710 in Constantinople. I had many names. Now I respond to Galib Bazori. I was Shahzad Suleiman, the son of Jeanette Bazori and Ahmed III, Sultan of the Ottoman Empire. I have been a navigator, a diamond trader, and a cold-blooded murderer. For 3 centuries, I've amassed an immense fortune and taken many lives. I'm a monster. What about you?
I'm the man who will stop this. Your information confirms what we already know. Your kind are not known for their virtue. Excuse my unfounded mistrust. But let's not waste our time on trivial matters. You're a businessman. After all, time is precious to you, even if you have all eternity at your disposition.
What do you want?
I ask the questions, you answer. Things will be clearer that way. What did you hope to accomplish by coming here?
This is hard to tell.
Tell him the truth. I think he already knows you're gonna kill him. Just tell him the truth.
My mission was to assassinate you.
Assassinate me? That sounds more like you. A resounding failure, unfortunately.
The night is young.
And dawn will come, and we will praise the Lord for his mercy. Be that as it may, you managed to find us. How?
We have eyes everywhere. Did you really think we wouldn't notice anything?
Impressive. Not to mention the fact that you managed to get in here. That's no small feat for a vampire alone. Were there any lost souls that helped you?
Souls. You could keep silent. I don't want to give up Joseph.
No. I had no accomplices.
I hate to disappoint you, but I came of my own volition.
Alone?
I have resources in great abundance.
That's impossible. This could all be so much more pleasant. It's my fault. I must not have made myself clear enough.
Oh, what is that? Oh, blood. But we did come alone. Joseph didn't help us.
I take no pleasure in any of this. You're going to need to be more reasonable now. Let's try something else now. A subject that's especially dear to me. I know there's a place where you believe you are in safety. Since you know where we are, don't you think it's only fair that you tell us where you are?
God!
You're not.
Damn it!
You're not giving him the address.
No, I'm not. Oh, this sucks. If I lose it because I just didn't have enough willpower or blood, that just really, really sucks.
But if it's half and half, then we have a
means-
second. We have another chance, right?
Okay, I'll never tell him.
I'll never tell him.
I won't tell you anything.
We'll see how long you last. You leave me no choice. I'm going to have to purify you.
Is it only the last one we have the last chance on?
Yeah. Well, god damn it! He said don't use his tricks, so we're fucked. I'm gonna try saying pretend we're scattered and that's it.
We don't have any place like that anymore.
Do you take me for an idiot? I don't think you understand. Again.
So were we just fucked either way?
I can't take it anymore.
Oh, you wretched creature. How? Remove that before we continue. It seems we've caught another who's of greater interest than you.
Who?
See you soon, Caleb.
Policy?
I don't know if there's any way you could have won that.
I don't think so.
You couldn't have given him the address.
I did. You know what? Whatever. So that was Caleb.
Yeah, I don't know if we could have beaten what's-his-face.
Yeah, okay, and we did get success for killing Gallagher, so that was good.
Yeah. But what do you guys think down below? What do you guys think? Is there any way we could have won that? Let us know in your comment section down below. Smash that like button if you like this video, and please subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed already. And as always, I'm Emily.
And I'm Amanda.
We're Am and Dem, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye!